In this lecture, you will learn about cholinergic agonists, and in the end, I will share a few mnemonics for quick and easy learning. So get right into it. Cholinomimetics or cholinergic agonists can be classified as direct acting and indirect acting agents. Indirect acting agents can be further classified as reversible and irreversible agents. Direct acting cholinergic agonists include choline esters and naturally occurring alkaloids. Choline esters are acetylcholine, bethanyl, carbachol, and methacholine, while alkaloids include pilocarpine and nicotine. Indirect acting cholinergic agonists include reversible agents which are adrophonium, physostigmine, neostigmine, pyridostigmine, rivastigmine, gelantamine, tecrine, and donepezil. These are also known as anticholinesterases. Irreversible agents include organophosphate compounds, ecothiopate, parathione, malathione, nerve gases, sarin, soman, and toban. Now we will discuss the mechanism of action of cholinomimetics. Direct acting cholinergic agonists, as the name suggests, these agents directly act on cholinergic receptors and produce acetylcholine-like effects on muscarinic and nicotinic receptors. For the detail of cholinergic receptors, check the ANS Pharmacology introductory video on my channel. Indirect acting cholinergic agonists do not act directly on cholinergic receptors because they produce their effect by inhibiting the enzyme cholinesterase, which is involved in the degradation of acetylcholine after its release from nerve endings. So they mainly prolong the action of acetylcholine, so they have anticholinesterase effect. Now we will discuss the cholinoma-mimetic drugs one by one. Acetylcholine, which is a direct acting cholinergic agonist, a naturally occurring quaternary ammonium compound, which means that it cannot penetrate the central nervous system. It acts on both nicotinic and muscarinic receptors. While it is not used clinically due to its rapid inactivation by acetylcholinesterase enzyme. It is having its effects on heart. It decreases the heart rate, cardiac output, and blood pressure. In the GIT, acetylcholine increased secretions of the glands and motility. 1% solution of acetylcholine is used to produce meiosis during ophthalmic surgery. Bethanyl is having muscarinic effects only. It is not hydrolyzed by acetylcholinesterase. It is used in the treatment of post-operative and postpartum non-obstructive ileus and non-obstructive urinary retention. Methacholine is having a longer duration of action than acetylcholine, and it is having more muscarinic effects which are more pronounced on the myocardium, and it is used in the diagnosis of bronchial hyperactivity in the patients of atopic asthma, which is associated with allergy, and this is known as methacholine challenge test. Carbachol. It acts on both muscarinic and nicotinic receptors, and it is having a longer duration of action than acetylcholine. It constricts the pupil during eye surgery, and it is used to decrease the intraocular pressure in the treatment of glaucoma. Pilocarpine is a tertiary ammonium compound, and it can easily penetrate the central nervous system. So due to its rapid action, it is used in the management and treatment of acute glaucoma, and also used as a sialogogue to increase the salivary secretions in xerostomia, which is a condition of dry mouth in the patients of Sjogren's syndrome. Now we will discuss the indirect acting cholinergic agonist, in which the adrophonium is a short-acting quaternary ammonium compound used in the diagnosis of myasthenia gravis, which is its only clinical use. Physostigmine is a tertiary amine and it can penetrate the central nervous system, and it is an intermediate acting agent used in the treatment of glaucoma and also as an antidote in atropine poisoning, which is its main clinical use. Neostigmine is a quaternary compound, so it is used to treat the ileus, urinary retention, and also in the patients of myasthenia gravis. Rivastigmine, gelantamine, tacrine and donepezil are lipid-soluble agents, so they can easily enter the central nervous system. So they are used in the treatment of Alzheimer's disease, in which there is lower levels of acetylcholine in the central nervous system, while these agents cannot stop the progression of the disease. Organophosphates are lipid-soluble, irreversible inhibitors of acetylcholinesterase with few clinical uses. Ecothiophat is used in the treatment of open-angle glaucoma, while parathione and malathione are used as insecticides, and sarin and soman are used as nerve gases. Here come the turn of mnemonics for easy and quick learning, so get right into it. Adverse effects of cholinomimetics can be easily remembered by the mnemonic dumbbells, in which the D is for diarrhea, U is for urination, M for meiosis, B for bradycardia and bronchoconstriction, E for emesis and excitation, L for lacrimation, S for salivation and sweating. These effects are due to increased cholinergic activity. Contraindications of cholinomimetics can be remembered by the mnemonic CAPI: coronary insufficiency, asthma, peptic ulcer and intestinal obstruction. For remembering the names of cholinergic agonists, the mnemonic is ABCPMN. A for acetylcholine, B for bethanechol, C for carbachol, P for pilocarpine, M for methacholine and N for nicotine. For remembering the directly acting agent bethanechol and its uses, bladder atony and bowel atony, the mnemonic is BBB. B for bethanechol and B for its uses. For indirect acting cholinergic agonist neostigmine and its uses, the mnemonic is neopump. Neo is for neostigmine, P for pseudo-obstruction of colon, U for urinary retention and M for myasthenia gravis, which are the clinical uses of neostigmine. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for upcoming videos and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.